Good morning. It looks like I am upside down today. I just had my computer fixed, and they obviously have some changes that need to be made on the camera, but I'm just going to be sharing with you a PowerPoint, so I'm not overly worried about this. This is the beginning of class from March 2nd, Monday, March 2nd. I had accidentally forgot to hit record about halfway through. I remembered, so I wanted to just give you some highlights of what we talked about at the beginning of class to catch you up on that. So let me just grab my PowerPoint real quick here. Um, so there were some key things that I wanted to um, share with you. Hold on just a second. I want to make sure that there were some key things that I wanted to share with you about um, our work that we are going to be doing. Your task today as online students is going to be to have a discussion about your lesson idea and post that into the discussion board on D2L. Before you do that, make sure you take the quiz. This is OpenNote, open resource. I just want to see if you can apply what you learned about the terminology to answer some questions. So to get to that quiz, you're going to click on this link or copy and paste it into the URL bar. And it's going to just take you to this Google form, which you can fill out about the foundational terminology in the foundational Common Core standards. The other thing that I wanted to touch base with you on would be the field experience due dates. So March 18th is when your first observation is due. That provides a little bit of flex time for any of you that are having a tough time getting into your classroom or got your placements late. If you would like to go during spring break, somebody asked about that, you're more than welcome to go and accomplish some tasks during spring break. The first three tasks are really just observations. One thing I wanted to remind you of is that in D2L, several of you have asked about not knowing what to do in the field experience. So I just wanted to remind you that in week 6, we spent most of the week talking about that. There are 2 videos that go over those requirements in depth, but there is this packet. It's called 450 Field Experience Requirements, and that really outlines everything that you need to know for your field experience. So I would recommend downloading it. It has the point values. It has rubrics for how I'm going to score your work. The classroom environment summary, which is something you need to complete with that first observation. There are the questions right in there, so make sure you're getting that done and turned in. So it's all there for you. You just need to download it and read through and let me know if you have questions. So I just wanted to remind you that that was there and available. I would personally either print it and put it into a binder or download it and save it somewhere on your desktop so you have easy access to it so you know exactly what you're supposed to be accomplishing this week, each week. The other thing that I want to show you, and hold on, I want to make sure that this is duplicated. You can see it. So this is the field experience document. It's in week 6 of content. The other thing I wanted to show you is that the due dates are all up and ready, so you can kind of see a guideline in terms of due dates. So March 18th is the final due date for the classroom management and classroom environment observation. March 22nd and March 29th would be the next 2. And then April, you have a chunk of due dates there. So make sure you're keeping tabs on that and know what you're supposed to do for those lessons. And various things that you're supposed to be observing within the classroom. That's all there, and so just keep up to date on that and make sure you understand what's going on with those. Let's see. So that is that. Your work for today is just to continue your discussion about these 4 types of foundational skill lessons. One of the things I uncovered during class is that some people were a little bit confused at what makes a lesson phonics and word recognition, what makes a lesson print concepts, what makes a lesson phonological awareness, what makes a lesson fluency. Remember, phonics and word recognition is helping students to be able to read words by understanding letter-sound relationships. Print concepts are things that students have to know to be able to read, like you capitalize the beginning of a sentence, you have space between words, you punctuate sentences, you read from left to right, where's the front of the book, where's the back of the book, that sort of thing. Phonological awareness is sound lessons, so just hearing sounds within words, and fluency is reading smoothly. If you go into the Common Core standards, I'm just going to pull them up real quick online. And you look at those foundational standards, that's going to be a pretty good clue as to what type of a lesson you're looking at. If you find a lesson on ReadWorks that is teaching RF 1.1, that's going to be a print concepts lesson. If you find a lesson that is addressing RF 1.2 and any of these sub standards off of 1.2, that's phonics and phonological awareness. 1.3 is phonics and word recognition. This is for first grade. Fluency is 1.4. But if you go into, like, let's say grade 2, same thing. It tells you phonics and word recognition, fluency. So if you pay attention to the standards, you will be able to tell what type of lesson you're teaching. One thing to notice, phonological awareness and print concepts went away. That's because we are assuming that by second grade, students understand sounds within words and they understand concepts of print. So once you get into that second grade, you don't see that anymore. It's just phonics and word recognition and fluency, but you're looking for those RF standards, not the RL standards. And that's going to be a good guideline. So if you want to go back and double check that your lesson actually was of the category that you said it was, that would be useful for you. Let's see. So your job, if you're in an online student, will be to participate in that discussion. So this foundational skill lesson collection, many of you have already gotten started on that. You are summarizing your lesson and responding to that lesson. I'm excited to read what you guys came up with. The point of this was so that you could start to see the difference between those types of lessons. So I see Jamie has a fluency lesson, Amber has phonics and word recognition, Ashley has foundational skills. She must have the type of lesson, I'm assuming, in her actual document. But that way you can go in and find lessons that you didn't, lesson types that you didn't see, and take a look at them and get an idea of those different types of lessons. So in class, what we did after this was we really just talked about those lessons. So they shared face-to-face where you guys are sharing online. Reading assignments for the week. You'll want to read the literature standards and chapter 22, because that's where we're going next, how to teach literature lessons. So I hope that all makes sense for you. I apologize for not pressing play at the beginning, and you guys have a great day, and hopefully I can figure out how to stop standing on my head. Bye-bye.